Welcome to another episode of Community Association Car Chat. Here we are again, Monday morning, discussing common interest, community related matters with Steve and our guest. Steve, why don't you introduce him?
Hello, David. Thank you for the introduction. My name is Steve Roderick. You guys know me. I fix things. Along with David, we work for JGS Insurance, and we spend most of our days and a lot of our evenings working with people in the community association industry, managers and boards, helping to pull back the curtain on the insurance industry. And when you try to provide some education and some insight to the often confusing world of insurance. We also spend a lot of time working with the people and the businesses that support these community associations. Here on Car Chat, we like to highlight industry leaders that impact the community through their work. And today we are very, very pleased to have with us Mr. Henry Robbins, the Executive Vice President at the Cooperator. Henry, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and explain for those who don't know what the Cooperator is?
I've been in the publishing real estate industry now for, I guess, close to 45 years. We produce the Cooperator in multiple markets, New York, New Jersey, New England, Chicago, South Florida, Las Vegas. Basically, it is a monthly or quarterly, depending on the market, publication which deals with the issues of condo HOA world, informational publication. And we do a directory of services, and we do live and virtual trade shows that it's where buildings meet services, essentially.
But let me just ask you a quick question regarding the Cooperator. The Cooperator is part of Yale Robbins publication. Am I correct?
Yes.
How did you start with? Did you start Yale Robbins? How did this whole adventure get going in first place?
My brother and I are partners. My brother's name is Yale, and we began. Well, I'll tell you what happened. Barney's was selling suits. Gimbel's had the department store business, and we saw an opening. There was nobody in the real estate information business. So we said, we didn't want to compete with anybody. So we began as consultants doing consulting work, and then we developed that into publications which people subscribed to. And eventually we bought the brand, the Cooperator, which was owned by a mom and pop operation, was a one market publication, and we organically grew it into multiple states, New Jersey being the second one. Then we went into Florida, then we bought New England. We did Chicago organically, and then we decided we needed to be on the other coast. So a couple of years ago, we started out in Las Vegas.
So you saw a niche in the market, and you wanted to fill that niche. How many total markets do you have?
We've got 6 states, 9 markets.
Wow. Which one's the strongest?
Well, that's all relative. It's, New York, we've been in for over 35 years. So, and it's home. So, it's easier to service, but we do fairly well in the other markets. I'd say New York probably has the biggest following, and Florida is huge too.
What would you say is, from your perspective, the most challenging thing with our industry?
I would say a lot of legislation, with this COVID, what's happening is, different states have different rules and some don't have any rules, and it's kind of being made up on the fly.
So you guys have an event every year, sometimes more than one time a year. You have the Cooperator Expo. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on with that?
Well, you know what? We were on hold for the last year because none of the facilities we're in were open. So that was a problem. We're basically going live starting in September. We have 6 shows slated. Right now, we've set up these virtual trade shows, which are very cool, actually. A very cool platform. We just did our first one March 24th in New York, and April 28th we'll have the New Jersey.
If you're watching this and you're not in, just register for it.
These expos, they're a pretty big deal. So outside of COVID, though, what's your biggest hurdle for trying to put together something of this size?
Well, honestly, my challenge is I'm only as good as my last show. People have very short memories. You're an exhibitor. You guys know you exhibited, and So I think our biggest hurdle is engaging the vendors to be really more proactive in self-promoting themselves. Because look, they can be home alone. I can bring 2,000 people to a show, but if you don't have a way in which to get people to your booth, and you're not engaged, then it doesn't work. And also logistically, it's a, it's very complicated. It's like I guess it's like a little orchestra. Everybody's got to play a part, and so we have a good team.
What's the key to success for someone to enjoy a virtual expo?
I think the key is the education that we have available, and the price is free, so you can't beat that. A lot of people think of virtual, they go, "Oh, it's a Zoom call." No, it's more than a Zoom call, and it's got we have a seminar area, we have a demo area, we have a networking lounge set up, and what we do is we set up like 3 questions, and people have, it's interactive. There's a live help desk, so if you have a problem, you can actually talk to a live person. It's all chat, and you can do video chat from any of the attendees and from any booth. So it's a very cool little platform. We spent about 2 months researching.
What's something about Henry that people wouldn't know?
30 years, been a season ticket holder for the New York Rangers.
Huh?
Yes.
Let's go Rangers. I enjoy gardening.
You know who else enjoy gardening? Is our guest from last week was Larry Sauer.
Oh, Larry, really? I know Larry.
So with all these years of experience, do you have any cool anecdote or funny story, something crazy that happened to you at one of your expos?
We actually caught one guy who had a big luggage for like a plane, and he was going around scooping stuff up. And you know what he would do with it? He'd put it onto eBay.
What?
Yeah. He would like the little stickies, all that stuff. He would put it onto eBay. Yeah, we caught him with his big suitcase.
So Henry, a little rapid fire question. What was your first job?
This was it.
Wow.
That's cool.
That took away my second question. What was your least favorite job?
This is it.
What's the first thing you notice when meeting somebody new?
I look at their shoes.
What 2 states do not observe daylight savings time?
I know, Alaska and Hawaii.
That would be my guess too.
You are correct. If you had a yacht, what would you name it?
The Mona Lisa.
How much TV do you watch per day?
I'd say about an hour and a half.
Are you a morning person or a night owl?
AM.
What is your least favorite part of being on vacation and you can't say when it's over?
Packing.
Oh.
Okay, last one. Real easy. Say one word in French.
Au revoir.
And on that wisdom word, we'll give you an au revoir. But before we say goodbye, we want to give you 20 seconds to plug for the cooperator, for your favorite charity, whatever you want. We'll give you 20 seconds to give your speech out. Go ahead.
Okay. Hope to see everybody on the 28th at the New Jersey Virtual Expo, and take in all the education and see our vendors and looking for services and products.
Thank you very much, Henry. And thank you all of our viewers for joining us. Be sure to join in with us on Wednesday from 10 till 4 for the New Jersey Cooperators Virtual Trade Show. We're going to put the registration link in the comments below, and we hope to see you there.
Okay, hasta la vista, boys.
See you, Henry.
All right,
Au revoir.
thank you. Bye.